find her afterwards if you have more questions for her. It was excellent.
Of course.
Thank you very much. All right, so our next speaker is Didi Yulian Yogatita.
Thank you very much. My name pronounced as good day, as like in New Zealand or Australia.
Good day.
Good day. Good day to you too. Yeah. So my presentation is about the management of vulnerable population needs in disaster. So this is basically a field report from the previous 2002 disaster in my country, in Indonesia, specifically in Cianjur districts. But this is specific for the vulnerable population by minimum initial service package for the reproductive health. So this is the outline of my presentation. I want to acknowledge first my Minister of Finance of the Republic of Indonesia, and also my institution from the Gajah Mada University, as I'm a PhD student there, and also the Ministry of Health, and also the Cianjur District Health Office. So this is the context of my country. If you never heard about Indonesia or never been to Indonesia, this is the largest archipelago country, which has 514 districts. So Cianjur, the place that occurred the earthquake, is here. So it's only one of these 514 districts. We will have this. So we had this earthquake 5.6 with the Richter scale, with approximately 114 people affected. So around 600 people died, and 10,000, the number, exact number for the IDPs, internally displaced population, is like 10,000 up to 60,000. So as we are in the developing country, we don't have this kind of exact system to calculate the IDP, but the problem is 60% of the IDPs is the vulnerable groups. So how we manage the health service provider or the EMTs, national EMTs came to this disaster area, can provide access for the medical access for this population. So the method is written using the descriptive approach, and this is basically a qualitative method. So and also me as the PhD student, we were deployed to this district to assist the EMTCC, the Emergency Medical Team Coordination Cell. So this is the number of the EMT. National EMT arrived during 2 months of disaster, the earthquake. So starting from 21st of November up to 17th of December. So most of the EMT are the NGO EMT, but because in Indonesia we adopted the Blue Book of EMT, we have this regulation since 2019, the Ministry of Health regulation. So it's allow all institutions to have the national EMT with adjusted standards. So this is the quite challenging situation. So one team with 5 people, like 2 nurses, 1 medical doctor, and 2 logisticians, can declare themselves as EMT. So this is the challenge that we have in our country. Sometimes, as the previous presenter also mentioned about the drugs donation, so we have this tsunami of EMT after the disaster, and tsunami of the unwanted medicine after disaster. So the EMTCC play a major role for this management. In previous situation in Indian Ocean tsunami, we distract like 10 tons of unwanted medicine. So this is what happened in Indonesia, especially after the disaster. We always have the administrative disaster afterwards. So these 535 teams of national EMT, they bringing us 162 midwives and assisting the local 54 midwives to provide provide medical service for 2.3 million population in Cianjur district. The Cianjur district in this the yellow one with the dot here. So if you can, yeah, we have the cursor here. So this is the Cianjur district. So all over the country they send like 535 national EMTs there. So we try as a EMTCC, or we also adopt the health cluster coordination, not only EMT, because EMT only in the health service subcluster. So this is a bigger structure for the health cluster. We have this incident command system, ICS, within the district health office of the affected district. So what I did there is to build the structure, and we try to coordinate the EMT with the midwife to implement the MISP, the minimum initial service package. So 9 components of MISP, the 9 components of ISP applied there by the health reproductive subcluster coordinator. So they open the here to ensure the health cluster identifies. So they have this coordinator, and then to prevent sexual violence, coordinate with the social workers, the social department, to coordinate with the police, and also coordinate with the Indonesian Midwife Association, and to have this for the third component, coordinate with the PMI or the Red Cross to provide the safe blood donors, to save the blood transfusion. And also the point is number 4, 5, 6, and also we have 3 other adopted component of MISP, newborn, and also the elderly, and the last one are the logistic, because so many reproductive health kit, like delivering kit and then elderly kit.
1 minute.
Yeah. So they need to have this guideline ready for the EMT. So the recommendation after the disaster, we have this midwife curriculum for the midwife, for the health polytechnic, led by the Minister of Health, and we disseminate this guideline to the NGOs and most of the EMT who has midwife in their roster. So I think that's conclude my presentation. Many thanks. This is me with my Japanese traditional outfit. Thank you very much.
Any questions? Yes.
Where did you get the Japanese?
This is Japanese with V. So Japanese is the island in Indonesia. But if you want to get the Japanese, you can go to the Shinjuku. There's Don Coyote. I went there. Yeah. Mono. But it's quite expensive. No?
Any other questions? Not necessarily a question, but in Florida, we'd also have a problem with people getting displaced from their regular midwives and OBGYNs during hurricanes, and we don't have a good system for that. Are you all working on a system to help pregnant women who may get displaced, or work with the OBs in your area to provide something as a mitigation?
Yeah, the mitigation is actually back to the MISP, MISP component 1. They need to have this coordination and collaboration with the local social department, who can map the IDP camp and identify how many vulnerable, like in the Florida case, you have this pregnant woman, and then they will set up they call it reproductive health tent next to the IDP camp, with the highest number of pregnant women, so can they get easily monitored by the midwife, and the EMT who has the midwife, usually from the midwife association, they will deploy to this tent. Yeah.
Do they do that before the event or after the event?
Before the event, they have this mitigation plan. So we develop the mitigation plan with the Minister of Health and the provincial health office and then district health office. then using this contingency plan, they implement the operational plan according to the contingency plan.